Hey, what's up, Record Rift family? Welcome back to the channel. It's your host, Your Name, and today, we're diving into one of the most bizarre conflicts in medieval history, the War of the Oaken Bucket. I know, it sounds like something out of a comedy sketch, but trust me, this war has everything: drama, rivalry, and a legendary bucket. Let's get into it. To understand the War of the Oaken Bucket, we need to set the stage. It's 1325, and Italy is a patchwork of city-states, each one vying for power and control. In the middle of this chaotic political landscape, we have two fierce rivals, the city of Bologna and the city of Modena. Now, both of these cities had their own ambitions and were no strangers to conflict. But what really sparked the war, this might surprise you, was something as simple as a bucket. Yeah, you heard that right. Legend has it, the whole war started when Modena soldiers, during a skirmish in 1325, stole an oak bucket from a well in Bologna's fortress. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but to the people of Bologna, this was no small theft. That bucket wasn't just any bucket, it was a symbol of their city's honor, and its loss was a major affront to their pride. You can imagine the outrage. Bologna was humiliated, and they weren't going to let it slide. Fast forward a little bit, and both cities were gearing up for war. On November 15, 1325, the two armies met at Zappolino, just outside Bologna. The stakes were high, and this wasn't just about the bucket anymore, it was about honor, revenge, and supremacy. The battle was intense. Bologna had the advantage in numbers, but Modena had a secret weapon, a more skilled and experienced army. Despite their numerical superiority, Bologna was defeated, and Modena claimed victory. But here's the twist: Modena didn't just win the battle. They walked away with the ultimate prize. They kept the bucket. That's right, after the battle, Modena proudly displayed the stolen bucket, and it became a symbol of their triumph over Bologna. Can you imagine how much this must have stung for the Bolognese? So, what happened after the war? Well, the War of the Oaken Bucket ended in 1327, with a treaty that solidified Modena's victory. Bologna had to acknowledge their loss, and though the war was over, the bitter rivalry between the two cities continued for many years. But here's the kicker: the War of the Oaken Bucket may sound ridiculous, but it's a perfect example of how wars can be sparked by the smallest of things, even an ordinary object like a bucket. And here's a fun fact for you. The bucket is still a point of pride for the people of Modena, and they even hold an annual event, the Festa del Cinghiale, where they celebrate their victory. Bologna? Well, let's just say they've never quite lived it down. It just goes to show you, history is filled with strange, unexpected stories. And sometimes, even the smallest things can change the course of history. So, what do you think? Was the War of the Oaken Bucket an epic clash of civilizations or just a ridiculous conflict over something as trivial as a bucket? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into one of the weirdest wars in history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Record Rift, and turn on notifications so you never miss a wild history story. I'm Your Name, and I'll see you in the next one.